Hey there YouTube biker people, Tall Biker here. Today I'm on the Honda CB500, the unfaired version, 47 horsepower, good for an A2 license. I'll tell you what I think. Now this bike is kind of aimed at your, once you pass your test, full test or your A2 test, and your first kind of step into the bigger bike world. So the handling is really sharp. It's nice and smooth, and it's got, like really quite good usable torque, as it's a it's called a 500, but I think it's a 470 cc parallel twin. This is the 2019 model. It has a slipper clutch now, has a 17-litre tank, and it's, as I mentioned, it's really good on fuel. You can look to get around a good 70 to 80 miles per gallon on this. Seating position, so I'm around 6'2", but it's still comfortable, really nice and comfortable. Legs are in a comfortable position, tucked up a little bit. Then they need to be a little bit tucked out the way, because the handling, it can get around the bends really nicely. Brakes, sort of a standard affair. They're non-radial calipers, just 2-piston front brakes, but they stop plenty good enough. Torque comes in around 6,500, and like I said, it's got good punch off the line. Suspension, you can feel it moving. It's not super stiff. It's a good sort of balance between comfort and performance. 50 miles an hour in 6th. Very smooth, not stressed, nice. The dashboard is much the same as my bike, CB500F. It's a little dim and a little reflective in its original state, but I added a Speed Angel's anti-glare cover. Let's wait for a chance to overtake. Yeah, picks up nicely. 70 miles an hour, dual carriageway. Pretty smooth actually. Feel a slight rumble through the bars and pegs, nothing too much. The airflow, no screen or anything, this is all standard, and the airflow is smooth, no sort of turbulent air. Sometimes a naked bike with no screen is better than a faired bike with the wrong screen. For such a simple, no-nonsense bike, no fairing to worry about, you could do motorways and dual carriageways, no problem. So as you come up to roundabouts, you can go down, and it changes down nicely with a slipper clutch. Just smooths those down changes and responds nicely. Really nice actually. You know what? You don't always need the most powerful thing in the world to get along and have fun. And also a great thing about this bike, practicality wise, you can fit a centre stand to this bike, in which case you can do your maintenance so much easier. So that's a massive bonus. Fueling is really nice. The gear change is slick. It sounds good as well. This is a standard pipe. It's got a nice kind of burbly rumble to it. This could easily be passed up, considered you know, a bland commuter bike, but you know, don't overlook this bike. It has ABS, a throttle and an engine, and a couple of brakes. So going back to basics sometimes is quite a liberating experience. Brakes are nice and strong, and 30 miles an hour in third gear, perfectly smooth. Go over a manhole cover, and the suspension handles it nice and smooth. I believe you've got preload only on the front and rear. You know, supposedly basic suspension, but it's really well set up. Picks up nice. I think you could buy this bike, ride it whenever you wanted for peanuts. Just stick fuel in it, change your oil, and it would run forever. And it'd be a real pleasure to own. So, to sum up, this is a easy to ride, a very affordable, efficient, peppy, great handling, reliable, comfortable little bike, and well worth a look if you're either going up from a 125 to a bigger bike, or if you have big bikes and you want something that's just no nonsense, no worries, fun, and doesn't cost you much.
Don't pull out on me, Mr. Van Man.
I think you could technically get about 300 miles on a tank with this bike, which is ridiculous. You'd probably have to stop and you know, take a leak. It whips around roundabouts, no problem. I don't really have many bad things to say about it, actually. For what it's designed for, I think it exceeds what it's meant to do, and it's such good fun and such a pleasure to ride. So yeah, CB500, have a test ride if you can, if this is what you're considering. You won't be disappointed.
If you like what you've seen, remember to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll have another video coming soon. This has been The Tall Biker. Thanks for watching.